Okay then, troops, happy Sunday. We are back in the UK and back in the office and back to normal after taking a little bit of time out to go and travel around a little bit of Europe, go and see some people and some of the Balkan nations. Very interesting trip. Travel truly does broaden the mind, and I think I've got some insight in regards to that trip. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what's currently going on right now in the cryptocurrency space, which is what these daily cryptocurrency market updates will do for you every single day. They'll keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest things going on in the crypto space, but further afield. As we know, there's a correlation between the traditional markets and our space. And I come back after literally a couple of days off to a very pessimistic, bearish sort of space in regards to sentiment. Certainly what we're seeing on X, lots of top callers. And at this point, based on how I'm seeing people react to this very small and insignificant pullback, I'm absolutely convinced that they are putting something in the water. Because it's totally unwarranted why people would react in this manner to a very small and insignificant pullback. And people are betting against the trend. And we're going to reaffirm in this one what that trend is and technically why we're bullish on the cryptocurrency markets. But the week that we have ahead of us is going to be a very significant one. We've got Sibos taking place tomorrow in Frankfurt. I'm going to show you some of the speakers there and what it's all about. And I'm also going to show you a report from Barcleys that gives their outlook on Sibos taking place tomorrow and what they're looking at and the focus on ISO 20022 standards and how this is going to be an enabler for the cryptocurrency space and not be the end of innovation for the traditional financial markets as far as payments is concerned, but the beginning with that integration taking place and the merging, the enabling of these two industries to commence. That, of course, is taking place on Monday onwards. I think it's a 4-day event to Thursday. We've also got SEC and CFTC roundtable meetings. We've got interesting economic data in regards to non-farm payrolls. And remember, there was a kind of dark cloud that was put over the markets on the back end of the revisions. And we've said, actually, you don't want to look at past data, but potentially try and predict what future data is going to be. And we think that it's more bullish than bearish that we got those 911,000 revisions out of the markets. Last time that happened was over the 2008 period. What happened after that? Well, markets rallied. And we think we have all the macro technical reasons to expect that. So do not fear. Allincrypto is here. Every pullback, people react in the same manner. And if you look at the broader trend of Bitcoin, and bearing in mind we made the call to get back into the markets here, this is all factual and provable. We've been on this trend thus far, and we believe this is still an uptrend, and you're going to continue to see upside. And this is just a pullback, potentially in the form of a broadening structure in a broader trend. And we have a lot of technical targets that confirm this. We also have the expected path forwards that we believe Bitcoin dominance is now on, being in phase 4. And we have the total cryptocurrency market, excluding Bitcoin, which is the altcoin sector that is literally on the cusp of breaking out into price discovery. Yet people are bearish. Why? Give me one good reason in the comment section why these markets have topped. I think the only probable, or not even probable, but expected reason that I could imagine people could put forwards is due to the 4-year cycle. I'll just find my 4-year cycle chart. Here it is. And that the 4-year cycle, if we're to follow it again, means that the markets should top out, if the prior 2 years are anything to go by, in September, sort of October. I actually think we're going to go on an extended cycle, and I get this vision because I think, or I get this analysis due to what I'm expecting to happen for the S&P and like the IWM and things like this, that are going to have a good time. Crypto is not going to bask in that. Which leads me to believe, based on the kind of different factors in regards to this market, that we've got a great time ahead of us. So technically, nothing's changed. What has changed? And the week that we've got ahead of us is going to be a really significant one. We're going to talk about Barclays' report in just a second. Sibos Frankfurt is taking place in 11 hours and 34 minutes at the time of you watching this. Now, this is going to be a major event, and the event is all around the cryptocurrency space. Let's take a look at the agenda. And this is taking place tomorrow. This is day one. Look at the individuals that are coming together. Like Citi, like Amazon Web Services, the S&P Global Market Intelligence, Moody's Corporation, they're the ones that do the rating, Deloitte, ANZ, one of the largest sort of banks in the world, Memo Bank, Swift, the Nasdaq, Barcleys, Swift, Euroclear, HSBC, BN Paribas, DTCC, we know what they're up to, UK Accelerator Settlement Task Force. All these topics are on crypto. BN Paribas, again, 2 members from Swift, Ernst & Young. This is still day one. Deutsche Bank, Bank of England, Wells Fargo, Standard Charter, so on and so forth. Look at all these individuals that are all coming together. State Street. And what are they coming together? Shout out to Rob, our boy Rob Allen. Shout out to you at Australian Payment Plus, doing great things, along with Citi, Swift, Deutsche Bank, so on and so forth. It's going to be interesting to report on some of the things that come out of this. Visa. This is all still day one, by the way, guys. These guys are coming together tomorrow, all the largest financial institutions in the world, to talk about the cryptocurrency space and the use and utilization of it. Meanwhile, what's retail sentiment? Crazy how some individuals on X calling for tops based on really no meritable reasons can sway the retail masses, whilst all the major financial institutions and players come together at Sibos to essentially talk about the usage and utility of this industry. And Barclays have released a report a few days ago. Obviously, I was sort of doing a bit of traveling. Sibos 2025, the outlook for banks. At Sibos 2025, attention will focus on the ISO 20022 standard driving the payments revolution, digital assets moving from promise to practice, and liquidity powering capital markets despite tariff shock. Experts from across corporate banking and capital markets share insights on what lies ahead and how to seize the opportunity. We know how to seize the opportunity. Every generation has an opportunity, guys, and crypto is ours. People are going to look on us the same way people look at boomers in regards to housing. You were so lucky to be there right then. And what are you going to tell your grandchildren about how you acted during this technological uprising? I want them to look at you as a hero and have made decisions that will directly impact their future. Very deep. So back to it. The ISO 20022, the universal language that standardizes payment messaging, has arrived. After years of costly investment in infrastructure upgrades, the industry is moving from legacy MT format to the new MX format, with Swift expecting 91% of financial institutions to be ready for the November 2025 deadline. Talks about a number of other things. It says, at the same time, cryptocurrency, stablecoins, and tokenization are moving into the mainstream. Meanwhile, retail's bearish. Hello. See the next section. ISO 20022's richer data model will be critical for the conversation between digital assets and fiat assets. The November 2022 ISO 20022 deadline, therefore, is not the end of transformation of the payments industry, but the beginning. It is the facilitator for innovation across instant payments, APIs, open banking, and digital assets. And I've said for a long time that ISO integration is all about providing provisions and a standard that will enable these industries to connect. And that's what we're going to get. And that's what Barclays are focused on, and we've shown you some of the hitters. By the way, we're still on day one here. I mean, this individual's Tom's obviously stirred up quite a lot between the Chainlink and XRP and other communities. Chainlink is every community's friend in regards to providing that link to the traditional financial world. And people don't realize that yet. But look at all these speakers. MasterCard, so on and so forth. The Clearinghouse, NatWest. I mean, come on. Thunes. This is going to be interesting because they're obviously, we've shown you some links with Thunes and a number of cryptocurrency companies. Nvidia, anybody who's anybody's here, and they're all here to talk about digital assets. And that's their focus for Barclays is ISO 20022. You don't just have all this taking place next week. You've got the SEC and CFTC joint roundtable on regulatory harmonization efforts. If this is streamable, we will stream it. Paul Atkins and Farm, obviously the acting chair of the CFTC, heading this. Major kind of watchdogs going to be taking place there. You've got the likes of the NASDAQ, Kraken, CME, Polymarkets. And you've also got all the major financial hitters like JP Morgan, Bank of America, alongside Wisdom Tree, Citadel, and Crypto.com, and so on and so forth. How are you bearish? Also, it's going to be an interesting economic week as we have non-farm payrolls. And it's going to be interesting to see what this comes out at, certainly given the kind of dark cloud that's put over markets, which we think is unwarranted given the fact that that's prior data. The markets move on the future, not the past. And actually, a negative past can lead to a bright future. And maybe some context on that should be given. But every time the S&P is pulled back by 21% or 20% plus, not 21%, 20% plus, that's technically a bear market. Every time it's recovered that, it's gone on to rally at the point of recovery onwards. So engulfing the pullback, the bear market, for a period of minimum a year plus, going all the way back to 1981. And we believe the same thing is going to happen again today. And crypto is a beta, meaning it moves to a higher degree than the traditional markets. It outperforms both the up and the downside of the traditional markets. Do not fear, Allincrypto is here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, back to business. And we're going to bring you alpha every single day on this stuff. I wanted to focus on that because it's going to be a crazy week next week. I'm so excited. For me, as a reporter on this industry, like a week like what we've got ahead of us makes my life really easy and exciting and enjoyable. Not that it isn't already. But yeah, maybe that's sad that we're that into the crypto space, but I know you guys are here for it. That's it from me, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. Stop drinking that tap water. I'll see you all in the next one.